genda maaso n'okubanga bwetyo nkwanirizaako nkubuuzaako nti osibye otya, wasuze otya. It depends where you are watching this from. This is Simple Media, and I'm here to talk about Ruben Amorim. He's been sacked, and the question is, where did this all started from? You know, Manchester United, they have had different coaches during the course, and ever since Sir Alexander Chapman Ferguson left the club, it's not been easy to come out and manage Manchester United. In an interview that he did, that was last interview, Ruben Amorim cited clearly when you start to look at it, at the beginning, you may think that it's not been making sense ever since he started talking about it. But when you analyze the last interview that Ruben Amorim had, clearly stating that he is not at the club to be the coach, but rather to be the manager, and he calls upon different sectors, different departments at the club to see that at least they can be in position to do something worthy to the club, singling out the scouting team, and to see. Remember, there is one thing that I've been looking at that Ruben Amorim, ever since he came to start managing Manchester United, not only Ruben Amorim, it's like the problem at Manchester United enroots from the so-called legends. And a case in particular, there are two. That's Paul Scholes and Gal Neville. It reached the time where he cited that it's either the bosses to either listen to the likes of Gal Neville and other critics. Remember, Ruben Amorim has not been shying away from criticism so long as they are positive. First of all, we are looking at Manchester United sacking Ruben Amorim, but back then, you remember Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a club legend, and he helped Manchester United to finish second and third. But during the bringing back of Cristiano Ronaldo, that was the turning point of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to go. And I was looking at Ruben Amorim, the game that he played against Leeds. He played in the first 45 minutes, and looking at the bench, he was having young players. And the other player that was at the bench that at least could help, that was Joshua Zirkzee, who was brought in later and did what he did. And it feels like, in his words, it feels like there was a lot of pressure that was coming in from the bosses, from the top management, mounting on him, and of which for them, they were not in position to see that at least something must be put in place. Now, the question comes, who is going to be the next Manchester United manager? Because according to the sources, Darren Fletcher is going to be an interim coach. But again, still, if Darren Fletcher is the interim coach, are we seeing any progress? Are we seeing Manchester United evolving within this short period of time? Because when you look at Ruben Amorim, where he found Manchester United and where he had put them in sitting sixth right now, the question is Darren Fletcher, who has been managing under 18s, in position to get what it takes for Manchester United to get back to the Champions League places? And again, still, we are looking at long-term process at Manchester United. They are players that you may think are not going to stay at Manchester United. We are not saying that I'm not saying that they are going to move in this January transfer, but in a long term, the likes of Bruno Fernandes. Last week he was in Portugal. He did an interview and was citing that it's like Manchester United were happy to see me leaving. Remember, back then, during the start of this very season, Saudi Arabian clubs, they wanted to take Bruno Fernandes. And it was Ruben Amorim because they are very close. That one you cannot rule it out. And he said, you are part of the project. I want you. You're very important. You're a decisive player in my project. I need you. Now, if I'm a Manchester United fan, I start to think, am I going to remain with Bruno Fernandes? That's the first thing. On the other hand, there are Manchester United fans that look to be in a joyful way with the way how Ruben Amorim has been treating the likes of Kobe Boateng Mainu. By the way, Kobe Boateng Mainu is one of the players that were elite last season for Manchester United. And this time round, Ruben Amorim is saying no. If he's good at the training sessions, he will be in position to play. And he's not been having that very good playing time at Manchester United, reaching the time of saying that he wants to leave the club. Now, are we seeing Darren Fletcher making use of the likes of Kobe Mainu to play? That's the question. Are we seeing some of the players that left the club when they have fallen out with the coach, the likes of Marcus Rashford, the likes of Rasmus Højlund, are they having any future at Manchester United? If you're a Manchester United a supporter, are you pleased with the way how the Ineos group that are taking the footballing body of Manchester United, the way how they are treating things? Because the truth to be told, Ruben Amorim, in his words, Sir Jim Ratcliffe was talking about the project 2028. And that's when they were saying that they are in position to win something big. And the person that was constructing the project, that was Ruben Amorim. Now, are we still having brief in Manchester United's board that if it comes to project 2028, now who is going to take them there? What should Manchester United do in order to see that at least they can be in position to stick on one manager to build something? Because when you look at Manchester United under Ruben Amorim, at least players had started to pick, to get used with the system that he's been using. And not only that, there has been chemistry between the players and are getting used to the system. Now, United is looking for a new manager. They are having an interim manager, that's Darren Fletcher, who is going to come with a different system with the same players. Is Manchester United progressing? Last season, they finished 15th behind Tottenham Hotspurs, and they went with Tottenham Hotspurs for the Europa finals, which they lost in Bilbao. And now they were playing, they are trying to push and finish in Champions League places. Now, are we seeing Manchester United progressing? That's the question. What could be the end route of Manchester United? Some are saying that the likes of ground level, the likes of Paul Scholes, they are driving the team behind. They are driving the bosses in a hoodwinked way, running from reality. Because Ruben Amorim coming to Manchester United was like, we must build something. And that something was supposed to be built from the scratch. When you get back to the words of Ralf Rangnick, who was like, Manchester United needs a real surgery, a heart surgery that is going to enroot from down to top. Manchester United wanted an overhaul. Those were the words of Ralf Rangnick. Upon coming, Ruben Amorim said, we must build from scratch. It's not about the system, but it's all about how do the players grasp the system. Right now, he's been sacked, sitting sixth. When you look at the index, when you look at the statistics, is one of the managers of Manchester United with the worst winning rate of 32 point something percent. But having a poor winning rate percentage ratio, is Manchester United been progressing under him? So ebyo byonna bwogera maaso n'okubanga obitunuulira byongera okubanga bikwoleka klabu ya Manchester United ebintu byegera maaso n'okubanga bwetyekola biyinza okubanga tebisanyusa muwagizi, wabula ng'ate n'abatendesi abaleeteddwa balina okugenda maaso n'okubanga bwe batyo baweebwa time. Ekisookera ddala Manchester United ewa time abatendesi okugenda maaso n'okubanga batendeka okugenda kuŋŋamba nti nedda Ole Gunnar Solskjaer yali mutuufu okugenda maaso n'okubanga akobwa. Ruben Amorim kiki abadde tagenda maaso n'okubanga bw'ati akola ku klabu ya Manchester United? Buli muntu ayinza okugamba nti abadde tafuna win, kituufu, naye bw'obanga obadde tofuna win naye ng'olaga nti waliwo progress mu kyogera maaso n'okubanga okola, si bye bimu kubigenda maaso n'okubanga byoleka nti gye bujja mu maaso eyo klabu ya Man U ebadde esobola okugenda maaso n'okubanga ebeera ey'amaanyi. Kusaba okugenda maaso n'okubanga nate kotyo ogera wali ku mukutu ogwa YouTube Simple Media osobola okugenda maaso n'okubanga nate bw'otyo otunuulira ebigambo ebimu byengenze maaso n'okubanga bwe tujogera ku mwami ono gwe bayita Ruben Amorim. Bw'otyo tukyagenda maaso n'okubanga nate tutambula. Gwe mugala wange atumbudde.